up, The Bachelor premiered last night, and Grant Ellis broke a record.
And what if I told you that there were princes in Detroit?
Also, Cardi B got her, well, she got something pierced.
That's gonna be the real side dish. Let's go!
The world is yours. Sky's the limit.
What's going on, gang? Welcome to Side Dish. We back at it again on a Tuesday with our partner in crime from yesterday, the one, the only Vanessa Fraction.
What up? I'm so glad to be back on this Side Dish today.
Yo, welcome back, and shout out to all the Side Dishians who watched the show yesterday and left so many dope comments.
They were, listen, the comments were probably blown up more yesterday than I've ever seen them before.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a different kind of show. Like the energy, everything. It was a good time.
I was very emotional. It touched me. I'm still thinking about it like today. Like it's still on me. So yeah.
It was a lot to process. How's the last 24 hours been for you?
They've been very good, very refreshing, very confirming.
Oh,
very
confirming.
Very confirming.
Confirming, like of what? Of like good things? Of
just of what wonderful Todd Singh was allowing me to receive from her messages. It felt very confirming. I went home and definitely took a nap. I needed to let it all soak in. Yeah. So it's been a good 24 hours.
After an emotional dump, you do got to take a nap sometimes. How about you, Tim?
Oh man, what did I do? I went home and tried not to think about it. That's what I tried.
Fair enough.
No, it was good. Yeah. I went home and cooked, and they must have got in bed early so I could be up super early this morning. Wait, we've talked about this before because you do self-defense.
Yes.
I've been training jujitsu, and so I do jujitsu at 5 in the morning. I still made it this morning, and now that I'm not broken like I was a while back.
Yeah. Are you going to be competing soon?
I'm signed up for the Open, which is in February 8th. It's here in Atlanta.
What?
I'll be wrestling other dudes my age and weight range and experience range. I think there's 3 other dudes. So we got ourselves a nice little bracket.
Oh.
I'm just doing it to do it. I don't know. Like I'm not even okay. You know, I'm on the journey of just learning, really, just getting experience.
So you lose a lot, is what you're saying.
Well, I won my last one.
You know, when you say you're on the journey of learning, you got to fail to learn.
I'm not trying to oversell it, you know. I'm not, Vanessa, I whip ass.
That's what I wanted you to say. That's what I wanted you to say.
You realize how many people I killed in that octagon?
Exactly. That's the spirit. That's what I want. I want to hear blood and murder. That's what I want to hear. Is going down in the.
I'll get you the update. It might be me choked out like this.
That's okay.
At the end of it, but you know, you got to get in the arena.
Yes, you do. It's about the action.
Combat
sports.
I love it. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan, man. So much to dive into. Shout out to everybody who's already up in the chats. T-Tish B, Tamara Jenkins, all the regular degulars, Brandy, Marcy,
welcome back,
see you.
Vanessa.
Hey, thank you, darling.
And the Rich Girl Brand says, good luck, Tan, man.
Oh,
so, going good juju, good vibes, and energy out
good
there.
Vibes.
All right, let's dive into this feed. So, all right. This happens to everybody. You go to your favorite fast food restaurant, and they violate you. Sometimes a violation could look like you get a big, dry-ass bag of fries that maybe got like 4 grains of salt for that entire large, or maybe they play you on the condiments. The way that they played with the man in this video, it's beef. Take a look.
There's over 7,100 Wendy's located
Not
in the
hiring
United
full-time
States.
losers?
But the
I
one
can't hear 'em.
up the street from my house, they seem not to be able to right. Now, this is how I expect my to look. Yeah, a grown man meal. I need that cholesterol to be thick in that. Now, I don't know what I
Why
did
is he
to
hiding
Wendy's,
his whole
but these
lower half of his face?
made sure they stacked onions on my. I damn near went blind trying to take this down. Extra onions do not mean all onions. Now, this all took place last week. Now, my hungry ass went back the next day, and they put a lily pad on my. I gave that right back to their ass and told them if I wanted a salad, then I would have ordered one. And they thought that was the funniest in the world. But I don't play that. I started to mask up and go in there. So I told them folks to keep the change. And I'll be back tomorrow because your boy was running late for work. Now it's day 3.
Oh my.
And I'm happy and confident because I know they not my order up. I even said my grace before I got my bag. This is the sound. And of course,
What?
I got re-pissed. Because that damn Junior Bacon look like Steve Harvey.
Dang.
They put a whole, like, half a tomato on my man's sandwich.
Yeah, that was a bit much. Now, I'm an onion fan.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
a big onion fan, so that first burger would not have bothered me.
I do
would've
like the
thought
crunch.
they knew me. Yeah. I feel like it's a little healthier. Are onions healthy like that?
Yeah, onions
a
are very
vegetable.
healthy.
Yeah.
And
All
I think
of it's playing in his
And I
face.
think it's a real vegetable, not one that was made in the last 150 years. Like, we found out that certain things were like
Broccoli
genetically
and
modified
cauliflower.
and made. Like,
Yeah.
where were you the year
We made
broccoli
those.
dropped?
Really?
Broccoli and cauliflower all come from cabbage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Somebody was in the labs like, yo, I want a vegetable look like a little tree.
Cauliflower does look like a white broccoli, now that I think about it. Okay, well, put me up on game. I didn't know.
Well, like an albino one at that. Have y'all ever been violated
Like
like
the broccoli was
hardcore at a fast food restaurant? To where like the botching of your order was so bad that you wanted to, like, I don't know, take off a stocking, put it on face, run back in there, and just go like Hulkamania or old school Hulkamania?
I'll be honest, it does not take much for me to want to go back and get Hulkamania. Like when you don't have my condiment, like there's no sauce in there, like I really do want to go back and kind of just grab the
I have
person in
two
the...
gripes. It's like sometimes they won't even put you one salt packet in the bags to hit the fries with the proper amount of salt. And the other thing is like, I'm not always a sauce guy. I don't always need sauce. And like extra sauce costs extra dollars, extra money. So if I need less sauce, should I not get a discount?
I agree with that. I feel like if I take certain things off of my sandwich, you should be knocking like 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents off of my sandwich if, you know, I want the big bacon classic without cheese.
Or without bacon.
Then it's just the
Big
double.
classic.
Now it's just the classic.
Yeah, or the big classic,
big classic.
I like where you're going with it, though.
Yeah.
I disrespected myself with a load of White Castle burgers this past weekend. So they didn't violate me, I violated myself.
Oh, okay.
Really, really, really bad.
I've been violating them for years. Any city I
Sometimes-
go to that has a White Castle, I'm seeing you.
They just...
Sometimes when you're feeling down, you have to violate yourself a little bit. You know, sometimes that'll help, a little self-violation. Okay, so this lady, this is a video. Evidently, this was going around the TikToks. I hadn't seen it before. This lady has failed her driver's test, okay?
Uh-oh.
Now, and then the driving test instructor, if you listen closely, gives her one more chance, but it's a pop quiz. See if you know the answer.
But you fail.
Oh no! Is there anything I can do? Can I try again?
You know what? I'll ask you a question. If you can answer this one right, I'll let you pass.
Okay, thank you.
All right, listen carefully.
Alright.
There's an old man and there's a young kid at the light. So what do you hear first?
The old man, suppose because the young kid has the whole life.
No. You hit the brakes.
Man, she was born to lose.
Wait, there's an old man and a young kid at the light. What do you hit first? The old man, because he's had a long life.
Oh, bless her heart.
No,
she
no,
thought
no,
she thought it was a trick question.
Yeah, you hit the brake.
And I think where she's from, that is the answer.
I'm sure.
they got a lot
I'm
of people over
sure
there.
that was. She didn't have to be Asian. That was very stereotypical.
She was,
You know
right?
what?
I thought, yeah.
Well, we weren't all thinking it.
We were all thinking it.
Were we?
I mean, at least I was, and I'm willing to say it. I was thinking it for sure. And I was like, this is too much. This is too much. And again, though, when you ask those really simplistic questions to me, I'm like, oh, it's got to be a trick to this.
Right.
Like, because I know not to hit anyone, but you're asking me if I had to hit somebody, who would it be? And I think that's where they were coming
But
from.
let's just say if you literally had to hit somebody.
Yeah.
Between the old person and the young person.
Yeah.
Who would you guys hit? And what would your rationale be for it? Because depending on how young the young person is, you ain't did much.
Oh.
But the potential, that's the thing, is the potential of the young person's life.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the old person, though, that's my first reaction, because I would think that they had a life. Unless they were dressed really, really well, then I would think that, well, no, then I would hit them, because then they're, never mind. Yeah, the old person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Old person's out of there.
Old person.
Yeah, but I also want to say that there are a lot of young people right now that do not know how to drive. So I feel for that young lady, but there's a lot of young people 30 and under, even in their that do not know how to drive. Have y'all encountered that?
I see people actually driving that don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
Because they be on the phone and just multitasking, applying mascara while they drive.
Nothing is more horrifying than watch a woman put her face together while she's driving.
Well, dudes do it too.
What they be doing?
We're in
Applying
Atlanta.
Beijing?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna say men wear makeup too these days, so don't just put it on the ladies. But yeah, a lot of people, because there's all kind of Ubers and public transportation now, they choose not to drive. So I feel for that young lady.
Yeah, I do. I have encountered some kids who had no intention on getting a driver's license because like they're gonna walk, skateboard, bike, public
need it.
transportation, the whole nine. Like, how did y'all do on your driver's test?
I did good because we had it in school. They gave you the opportunity to do like the written stuff in
Driver's
school.
ed?
Yeah, driver's ed. So you had a whole like semester to really take the time to learn it. And you know, if you're a girl, you just act. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. The point is this. Never mind.
Where will we
never
go?
Mind,
Wait, you
mind.
never let the ladies know.
No, I was gonna say when it comes to the driving test, you know, it doesn't matter. That was back in the 90s. It's not.
What the hell did what
Are
happened
you just
to
talking about flirting? Are you just like?
I was leaning toward that, but I don't want to say
Okay,
that.
because the Asian lady at the beginning of it, is there something I can do?
Right.
Like when she said
Is
that,
there
I thought my
anything
man
I
was
can
gonna
do
recline
to
his seat.
prepare?
I didn't know where this was
I've
going.
got to be something
Which
I
hub
can
did
do.
this come from?
Yeah, so you know, I did well on my driver's test. I just put it that way. Yeah,
Wow.
I did quite
Very
well.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Wendy H. She said, I could drive in face. Is that what we call that? When we
block face up,
applying the beat while we
Yeah.
driving? Okay, the talented ones out there. Tamara Jenkins failed parallel parking. It's not for everybody.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto. I didn't learn how to parallel until I was good and grown. Good and grown, and it was a necessity.
These new cars too are making it very difficult for because like they got the cameras and stuff, right?
That makes it
so
better
when you
for
jump,
me.
well, it makes it better while you're using it. But just imagine you hop in a car that don't have the camera, and now all of a sudden you got to just figure it out, like how we had to do like in 07. You know what I'm saying? Now you're in trouble.
I would like to say that I am a semi-professional parallel parker, and I can tell within 2 or 3 seconds if they're going to hit it or not.
Okay.
Just by how far you pull the car forward lets me know if you know what you're doing and if you're going to get in that spot or not. 2 points, 3 points max.
I find it attractive if someone can parallel really good. I find that to be like a plus. Like that's a tick off box. Like, ooh, look how they
Sometimes when I'm on a date,
parallel.
I will drive around until I can find a parallel spot, and then I'll try to look at her and be real smooth with it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, look what he can do. He can get into tight spaces. I like that. All right now.
I'm just so shocked he fit it in here.
We go in places. Panties. Pranks look like so many different things depending on where you live, who you live with. And there was a trend that was going on TikTok like a few months back called the possession prank. Have you seen it? Yo,
no.
These people's reactions were so crazy that I can't wait to do this at my house. Take a look.
What is...
That one's pretty good.
Yeah, she's not doing too much.
She's selling it.
They got the little red light under it.
Now that was a little too much now.
Yeah.
I'd have got a spoon. I'd have thought she was having a little seizure or something. Why wouldn't they try to help you? They trying to beat you. What in the world is that? She cared about him. A little bit. That last one, she cared about him because first she was kind of like, "Are you okay?" You know what I mean? Everybody else was like, "Kill it, kill it, kill it!" Like, "Oh my goodness, that's your loved one. You're sleeping with this person." They were like, "Just get it out of here."
The possession prank. Are you gonna film it? You gotta film it when you do yours.
Totally. Like, I'm gonna get my kids. Like, because my kids are so prankable.
Yeah.
The only downside is like whatever room a scary thing happens in, they don't go there for a while. So I have
that's
to be
true.
very.
Don't do it in the kitchen.
I gotta do it in my room.
That's right.
So
Keep them out.
They stay out of there. You know, for the longest time,
Yeah.
any room I didn't want the kids to be in. You ever used to read them Goosebumps books back in the day?
I know Goosebumps don't sound.
Do you know the Slappy, the dummy from the Goosebumps
Wait,
book?
was he the ventriloquist dummy? Yeah.
So we had a Slappy the dummy. And any room I put Slappy in, yo, the kids didn't F with that room at all.
All right.
So find something that your kids are afraid of and put it in their room. It's kind of like Elf on the Shelf, but you know, to keep it to deter children.
Keep them out. Well,
I like it.
speaking of the fantasy suite, Vanessa, are you a fan of the Bachelor franchise? Bachelor, Bachelorette?
A
That's a
little
no.
bit. No. Well, yeah, I guess it's a no because I don't watch it like that, but I do catch clips and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So something really interesting happened last night. So we had the season 29 premiere of The Bachelor, and the Bachelor this go around is a guy named Grant Ellis, very modelly man, former basketball player. Now he's a day trader, and he's not wasting time. And he met all 25 hopeful Bachelorettes last night. Now here's the thing: the record for the most kisses on the first night is 7. Grant out here smooched Juliana, Letitia, Alexa, Vicky, Zoe, Natalie, Rose, and Alicia right after Alicia says that she doesn't even kiss on the first date. So this man kissed a total of 8 girls and set a whole new record. Grant kissed more women last night than I kissed last year.
That's what's up. It's not even Black History Month. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
he out
my.
here just scoring, breaking records, doing his thing.
Oh, that was, I mean, I love how she said I normally don't do this and then still went
You know I
for
don't
it.
be doing this?
You know I normally don't do this, but it's something about you was so special, and then she just went with it. I mean, he looked kissable. I'll have to give him that.
How do we think he's going to do? He's out here setting records night one.
He's going to do well.
Like, what's the record for most chicks smashed on The Bachelor?
Oh, I don't know. That's got to be close to 7 or 8, I would guess.
How
I
many
don't
chicks
know.
usually show up on The Bachelor?
So a lot of times that varies from season to season, but once you get towards the end of a season for Bachelor and Bachelorette, there's a thing called the fantasy suite. And so it's like, you know, if Joe Blow's on there and he's got 3 or 4 girls that he's whittled it down to, you can invite each one of them back to the fantasy suite, and they might not necessarily know if the other girl went to the fantasy suite or not.
Oh, I don't know.
That's just regular dating. That's just regular dating.
Yeah, but I
Vanessa.
wouldn't want everybody to know that I'm heading directly to the fantasy suite.
Because you kind of know what it is.
Yeah.
I know
You're
what
like
it
the
is.
walk of shame on the way in.
Yeah, that's what I would be doing because I'm the type, I believe you need to test the waters before we.
You got to test drive the
know.
car before you buy it?
Yeah, we got to make sure, you know, I don't know if the warranty going to be good. Like, I don't know if I can send it back, so I'm a fantasy suite
I really
girl.
need to see how she parallel parks it.
I want to see if her windows go down automatically.
This does look like an exciting season, though, so
Yeah.
I think I'm in.
Yo, Justin Harris said, yo, check him for mono. Sharon Clark is like, how you get the VTDs?
Dude, that was my other thing. Is like somebody got one bump on the lip.
Ooh.
On The Bachelor?
What did they do?
Oh, yeah, like.
So, quick question,
That's
if you
the
know
mouth
it,
herb.
does it, do you know if someone else kissed them, or you're kind of like oblivious of what the other girls are doing?
It really depends on what's going on and when the kiss happens. Most of the time when they're in large groups, you don't see this sort of stuff go down, but girls will try to let me get just a few minutes, and they try to get their one-on-one
But you
time.
don't know. It's like you never really see. So that's how I would have got caught up, because I might have, if I would have known that everybody was kissing, I would not do it.
But what if you're really into him and you're trying to get his attention?
if I knew that everybody had kissed, I wouldn't. Because I don't think I can just out kiss everybody necessarily. I got to win with the laughs. and
No,
stuff.
but
That's
sometimes
right,
people
yeah.
need a marker to know where they need to surpass. Like, oh, you just kissed them 7 chicks? Like, I'm about to really kiss you. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you,
Like,
but I'm not competitive like that. I'm more like which one of these girls was doing their own thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be the one that doesn't do it. So you're like, this is the only one I didn't kiss. Like, so then I'm kind of mysterious. I'm leaving more to the
She's
imagination.
Well
and then
played.
with this personality, baby, I'm selling it. You're
Rich Girl Brand said,
want to grab me.
Rich Girl Brand said mononucleosis is out here about to be alive and popping.
Well, honey, mono was the thing in high school. We had to watch out for that when I was in high school.
I
So
like-
be kissing everybody.
It was always rumored like a boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh
Yeah.
man,
Like,
like,
who
you know,
had
mono's
mono?
going around.
Oh, and the other thing is, user Nis pointed out, it's like, no, they saw him kissing yesterday. So that's the thing, is like everybody saw. They taped this a while back. They taped this last fall. So the episodes are coming out, and now all the girls are finding out all the information now at the same time.
Okay. So fine. So they didn't know then. So that's all I'm trying to say is like in the moment. They didn't necessarily
some don't know.
Some
But you watch the previous seasons of The Bachelor.
Yeah,
you
no,
gotta know how this goes down. That's like if we getting flown out to be on Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
it must be a great
gonna
thing
be
you're gonna
right,
tell me about.
right.
No, you're about to get fought.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna find out you're adopted.
And you want to know how I know because they all want to kiss him because he's tall and he's like a gorgeous former basketball player who's now a day trade. Like, come on.
If he looked like Barkhad Abdi from Captain Phillips, he wouldn't have been given the same luxuries.
No, and I think every girl thinks she's different. So if you don't know, you're like, well, I'm gonna be the one that actually kisses them because I bet every other girl is not. Plus, I know my kiss game up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other ones you just never know. You always think you can outdo. Women are very competitive.
I can't stop thinking about where were they attacking from in
Captain Phillips? I think they was.
It wasn't Ethiopia, was it? It was
I never watched.
They were
the movie.
pirates.
The way
they
you
were off the
men's
coast of
brains
Africa.
work, this is so obscure.
I was just thinking like, wherever he's from, Bachelor there.
Yo, he would have killed. Like, if I ever went on a Bachelor, like, because you want to kind of like necessarily, you don't want to be so slutty with your energy. Like, think if you're the man Bachelor.
Yeah.
Instead of kissing everybody, I would draw a face on my hand and let them kiss my hand.
Ooh, that's creative.
Yeah, because,
I would do that. I would laugh. I'm like, you silly. You silly.
Like, put it there, but.
Well, you know what I would do? I would make this kiss yours, because if we gonna be hand kissing, then we just gonna do this.
Yeah.
And that would've. Oh, that's kind of fun. That was funny.
Because if that knuckle got some action, just imagine with the.
I can't.
Okay, you gotta be different.
Okay, enough hand kissing. Guys, we got a puff date for you, and Cardi B got her butt crack pierced. Ooh. That's true. We've got the photo. You'll see it in just a little bit more than 2 minutes.
Welcome to Side. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You're right, man. I am from the 1900s, and anyone from the 1900s, yeah, we are like bottomless pits of useless random information.
That's true.
And Barkhad Abdi was from Somalia. Thank you to the homie in the chat that enlightened us on that. That's the Rich Girl brand. Big ups. It's been a few days. It's time for a puff date.
Ooh. Look at that, Vanessa. Look, we had a whole thing made.
I love it.
We got so much of this coming.
Yeah, we knew he was gonna be in the news a lot.
Yeah.
So there was this new docu-series rather, on IDTV that came out yesterday. Have you heard about it?
I've heard about a bunch of them.
Yeah, everyone's making one.
Yeah.
Even the Hallmark Channel got one.
Ooh.
But the trailer, the trailer alone is enough to hook you in. If you ain't up on it, take a look.
after the shoot, Mr. Combs wanted to see the covers before they were published. It was policy for us not to show covers to anyone before they were published. He called me at my office. I told him again, we don't show the covers, we don't share the story. I told him that I wouldn't be making an exception. And he said that he would see me dead in the trunk if I did not show it to him. I said to him, you need to take that back. He said something to the effect of, you know, he wasn't taking back. So then I said, I'm calling my attorney. And my attorney called him to say that if he didn't immediately fax over an apology, my attorney was going to reach out to law enforcement. And I think it took about 90 minutes to 2 hours, and I received that faxed apology. What I've only recently come to realize through the members of the staff at that time was that he had actually, in the days before, come up to the Vibe offices with 2 tough guys looking for me.
Man.
Wow.
So she was a writer for Vibe, and there was a really big cover that, you know, they did on Puff, and like, you know, he put her through hell. She was the editor-in-chief at the time.
Wow.
And then, you know, other stories that they talked about in that first episode was like his driver on the night of the J-Lo Shine and shooting. The driver's like, yeah, he had a gun. And then the lady that got shot in the face is like, yo, I saw his gun. He shot me in the face. Like, my face was hot. You know what I mean? And then there was another person who was telling a story about how when he was in college going to Howard, like he was yelling at some girl, and like the people, like, you know, from like the dorms, it was like, yo, leave her alone. And like he was threatening them. You can't get that many people together in a room to make up stories about somebody unless these things happen.
Yeah, have some truth to them. I mean, that eerie music got me. It's always when that with the music in the back, and then they start doing the close-ups, and I start looking real into his eyes, trying to see the evil. It is. This is not a good story.
No, ID Channel definitely does a great job of making it feel like whoever they're talking about is in your closet.
I mean, shout out to the director, because, baby, I'm sitting here scared right now. I said, ooh, he was serious. But these are serious allegations, and when I saw her face, I was like, oh, I know her. You know, and she has no reason to make these kinds of things up.
What is there for her to gain?
Not
here?
for her, right.
Nothing.
So even, it just, ugh. It's just disgusting, the things that have been able to slide through the cracks, if you will, because people are willing to, you know,
and
cover it up.
A lot of real stories. Gas face given to the ones who made up false stories, like the shorty was like, yeah, I went to the MTV VA after party and I was 13, and all these terrible things happened with Jay-Z and Diddy, and it was like, even her dad was like, yo, what?
That's the saddest thing ever, when people want to, especially the way this world is made, spin a story because they know any press is some kind of press, and I might get on another reality show or get on this or get on that. I know it's a little off subject, but I had just seen an article where I think the person's name is Sydney Starr had lied about Chingy and was on an interview saying that, yeah, I heard that, you know, if I say this, that my name will get into the tabloids, that my name will be going around, but you almost ruined this man's career. I'm sure you did real damage to Chingy's career by you just lying about it. So it's really sad because there's so many real stories out there about people, even though this one was different. But the point is, people lie.
Yeah,
people lie for fame. That's where I was getting.
Doing it for the clout.
Yeah, but you know, much love to everyone who has courage that is talking about it where real things did happen, because finally some people are getting justice.
Yeah, hopefully so, man. So yeah, new episodes are coming out later on this week. I think the first 2 episodes came out yesterday, and they're dropping more later this week or at the top of next week. So
it's a saga.
Hey, here's my thing too, is like I believe that court case is coming up in like May, I think, or something like that. And I was looking at some of the comments and seeing some of them here. Some people are over the Diddy coverage, and it's like, we get it. It's not necessarily fun to talk about. It's not happy news. It's not funny news. But unfortunately, I do think that there's, and I don't mean necessarily from us, but like, here's ID with their own little thing. We know 50's made his things. We know that TMZ covers it in their way. And there's only going to be more of that leading up to and during the trial.
I mean, it's a huge story. What do you?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect? Everybody has to tell their angle, and you know, and some of this stuff, to be honest, I feel is to make sure that it doesn't happen again, because you won't believe it, and if you don't keep talking about it, sometimes it'll just get blown over, and then people feel like they have credence to be able to do it again, you know, do things like this, and they won't be discovered.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's a teachable lesson for future monsters in training to knock that ish off. Because the streets at large, you may get away with it for a little bit of time. Like, even Cosby was doing what he was doing, like, in the 60s.
Yeah.
You know, my man then got the Jell-O pudding pop deal. He had a Cosby show. Then he had a show called Just Cosby. Like, you know, he was so miles away from the bad things he did in the 60s, but then he continued to do it.
Yeah.
And listen.
And it catches up to you.
It does.
You know, as they say, what you do in the dark will come to the light.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to be careful. And you know, and it's people that we're talking about. You're ruining people with this behavior.
Destroying them, destroying lives.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a hard subject change here, real hard pivot. I don't know if y'all saw this. Cardi B, can we get this first tweet up? Kim, Cardi B says, so I got my butt crack pierced, and okay, that's funny enough. And then here comes the second tweet. And they were like, pics or it didn't happen. That looks much worse than. Do we have the full version? Do we have it like? No? Okay, so someone responded to her, they were like, pics or it didn't happen. And then so she hit him with that one. And so that's the very top of her butt crack. And she's got what looks like maybe a nose ring that would go through here or a lip ring that would go through here, right at the top of the cheek.
So it's like a tooth, like a.
Don't they call it like a septum?
Yeah,
The
like it has
septum
a
is
two
this
piece.
thing.
Oh, it's a nose, okay.
So right, so then you did this, but at the top of the
At the
bum.
top of the cheeks, where the bum comes
bum
together.
connects.
Can we get it back
Yeah.
up? Like that's the
That's
tattoo.
the top, and it's like going ramp.
That's the tattoo.
I see what's happening.
That's a lower back tattoo.
I see what's happening there.
And I'm just like, is this gonna be the new trend? Are more people doing this now? Do we like this?
It's making me hurt a little bit just looking at it. I'll be honest with you. The thing I think about is, I don't want to sound rude.
Here we go.
But just,
be rude. The cleanliness.
The cleanliness. That is exactly where I'm going with that. I mean, it's bad enough we as ladies a lot of times wear fingernails and everything like that, and it's already a balancing act, a thumb act. It's already a lot going on, even for it getting, when you have to keep it clean during those first weeks or so. Like, what are you doing? Getting an enema? Like, what's happening?
Well, I'm sure that's stainless steel. So, you know, and Cardi B strikes me as the type of person who has a bidet. Like the B in Cardi.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Cardi
There
bidet.
you said
So,
that. That's a good one.
I respect bidets.
I respect bidets,
So
and
if
that is the answer.
You turned it on like that high pressure joint, and hopefully
know what?
the metal doesn't get dirty.
Ribs and spray down the top of your crack.
Oh, man.
So y'all think about that next time you go to the piercing place. And we gonna take a 2-minute break. But when we come back, man, we got a couple special guests joining us. There's a new movie coming out called Prince of Detroit. We have the writer Robert Scolum and Big Stepper here to talk about the new film, man. When we come back, 2 minutes. Welcome back to Side Dish. Now listen, if you don't know nothing about me and Tanner, you know we like watching movies, and there's a new movie that you need to check out. It's called The Prince of Detroit, and we got two of the big people that's behind making it happen. They go by the names of Big Stepper and Robert. What's going on, fellas?
Welcome, welcome.
Big up, big up. It's Robert. Robert is the captain of writing and everything.
Man, like everybody wants to be in the movie making business, but not everybody knows how to pull it off. So from the day that the idea, the concept of this project came to your mind to getting it out, how long did it take, and what was that process like for you?
Well, you'll be surprised. You know, people think this is an overnight thing. That you look on TV, you see an hour or two. Man, we started this project in 2021. That's when, and we started filming, I want to say 2022, and now we're here.
Now, the film's inspired by a true story. Tell us a little bit about the true story and like perhaps the challenge of bringing that to a script and then to the screen.
Oh man, it's a beautiful story. A guy by the name of Tommy Duncan, serial entrepreneur, made $120 million on selling his HMO to Blue Cross Blue Shield. He did that by learning from his family. His family was the first family in America to own a hospital and an HMO in the 90s. I mean, in their prime, they were making more money than Michael Jordan annually and the President of the United States, which is Bill Clinton. So they were doing that thing. And it was all based in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, full of, you know, we're not just highlighting them. Detroit is full of entrepreneurs. Especially back then, like what Atlanta is today, Detroit was that first. And so like they were just flourishing, and the story is incredible because it shows another way. It depicts another way to make a fortune without being an athlete or entertainer, which, you know, the youth thinks that's the only way. But the medical field is the #1 grossing industry in the world.
Yeah, so. And when you go to the grocery store, definitely make sure that you're gonna need medical attention because like half the food is poison. You know what I mean? So it's amazing, cause like even looking at the trailer, it breaks some of that stuff down. Cause there's so many, I guess, gatekeepers that keep you from doing certain things. Because like sometimes when I go to casinos, I'd be like, hey, I want to put a little machine up in my neighborhood where I live, but there's things that stop you from doing that. So how was Tommy Duncan able to just be like, yeah, I got this HMO, I'm going to sell it, and y'all going to pay me, and, you know, how did he even get there?
He was a disruptor. You know, he was based in D.C. once he took over. You know, his family had it. Gained a fortune, they lost it all, but he came back with a vengeance. DC did, you know, historical numbers, and he gained the attention of all the big wigs. They're like, how is this small company outdoing us? So they were like, we got to put a stop to this. So they brought out the checkbook.
Man, buy me
but they did. So the idea, when did this, because I know Damon Dash was also associated with the film, did you bring the story to him? Did he bring it to you? How did you guys all get connected on this story?
Well, Tommy and I met first. He was here in Atlanta. We were doing a toy drive, and I volunteered, and I got to know him. I mean, everyone was there. Rick Ross, Common, Senator Warnock. It was a huge thing, and he organized it, and he donated like the most immaculate gifts. The kids had a wonderful Christmas, and it was dear to me because that's the neighborhood I grew up in, Adamville. It was at Jackson Memorial. So he and I got to talking, and he was like, man, you going so hard, you helping. He was like, what do you do? I said, I'm a writer. I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a director, I'm a best-selling author. He was like, are you any good? I said, man, I'm the ish, man. So he invited me over to the home he was staying in while he was here. He was like, I'm here for a few months. He was like, I want to tell you this story. So he began to tell me this story, and I'm like, oh man, here goes this weird, tick, boring mess. But I kid you not. Once he told me his story, my jaw was to the floor. And it was incredible. I said, man, this is the most amazing story that has never been told until now.
Man, congrats on that. So, and when you look at the lineup, I mean, it's a lot of names that we know. Faison Love, big shout out to him, man, doing things.
My dude.
He's he's another one of the people who been in more things than you realize he been in.
Right.
Like, he could do the gangster stuff.
Yeah.
My man was an Elf. You know what I mean? Like
Couples retreat.
Yeah, like yo, things all gonna pop up in some things, man.
Did you see his pin in the same movie Elf? It's got Wanda on there. You ever notice that?
I didn't peep that.
Yeah, so it was Wanda was supposed to get that part. But
Oh.
they had to keep it. It was crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, movie trivia for anybody that don't mean that.
This season people find prints,
Yeah,
Easter
fine.
eggs. Columbus Short is also in this thing.
yes.
Another phenomenal
Very
actor. Dame Dash, is he playing himself in this?
No, he's playing Gerald.
Okay.
That was the family's like security / butler. He played a tough guy. So
Okay.
it's funny, man.
Okay,
It's
Back to
funny,
what you're
huh?
saying, man. Dame, man. Shout out to Dame, man. OG showing the way of independence. That's key. Independence is key. Before, back in the day, it was like a weird thing for you to be independent. But Dame, I think, shows us the way to be a CEO and be independent and show Mr. Robert Slocum, lift him up heavy, man. We got to big up Dame, man. Big up Dame, for real.
No doubt.
Big Stepper, can you tell us a little bit about like production, like how long, like once production started, like how long did it take to film? Obviously, Robert, I know like you were there every single day. What was production like on it? And this being a biopic about Tony, was he there? Was he there?
It's Tony in the film, but
It's Tony in the film. Okay.
Yeah, you know,
was he there every day? How did that work out?
He was very excited. He was like, I'll tell you, the atmosphere was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to give Dame his credit. He directed the hell out of this film. Excuse my language.
No, he do his thing. You can curse here. We bleep it.
He did.
He man, when I tell you this, it was an unorthodox style. Like Tommy's parents, Tommy got their real life wardrobe and had Brittany Sarpy and Columbus wear their stuff, and it was symbolic. It was like it was contagious. It was infectious for the crowd. Like, everything was organic. The crowd, all the cast got along. The crew got along. We became a family, and you know, Dame was very hands-on. He allowed everybody to do that thing. Like, he didn't handcuff the comedians or anything. He was very easygoing, but he was a stickler on certain things.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to do the story justice. And
I mean, I think anybody who's seen Paid in Full knows that Dame Dash knows what he's doing when it comes to cinema and all that stuff. And you know, and one common theme is the independence of it all.
Yep.
You're doing an independent film.
Yep.
Here's the crazy thing about Robert. When he came here, he reminded me that we met, like, I don't know, like mad years ago in a Publix. And the fact that he said what he said to Tommy, the fact that, like, yeah, I'm a writer and a filmmaker, and I'm the ish. That was literally the same pitch he gave me when I was in Publix at that time. And
He gave me the same pitch too.
Man, we was in the aisle with the cereal, I think, or the aisle one over with the canned food, and brought me all the way back.
Because I said, when you gonna get down with this acting Headkrack?
And I said, I'm acting. I think I cut my dreads right after that so I could do more roles, and I never talked to him again. But also on the independent side of things, you are involved with this alcohol.
The number one tequila in the world.
Black sheep?
Yeah, black sheep. I'm the black sheep of the family. Nobody likes me in my family. I'm out there on the island by myself, literally.
Ain't nothing wrong
we're
with
doing
that.
some big steps, and we're the biggest stepper ever. And Dish Nation is the biggest. Yo, shout out to your producer. Happy birthday. I brought this for you.
That's for you, Arlene.
The crew, Arlene. Big up yourself.
Thanks,
You know what I'm saying?
thanks.
You guys are amazing.
No, appreciate the love.
So the movie's called Prince of Detroit. It's going to air on BET. Do we know, is it going to live on BET? Is it going to any other streaming services? How can people find out more about the film and where can they watch it?
Incredibly, man, BET just picked us up. It's gonna convert to a series.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
The big steps, baby.
They made that
Yo,
happen.
man, I'll pull out a Shakespearean skull, do an audition, whatever you need, man.
100% you're hired.
Let's
You want a
go.
part?
Yeah,
We're giving up
absolutely.
parts.
Let me know.
It's on tape, so it has to happen now.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
be sure you check that out, whether you catch it on BET Live or you catch it on Tubi or on Dame Dash's new American platform. Support independent artists, entrepreneurs making their thing happen, because you never know. They may create an opportunity for you as well, man. Yo,
100%.
big step
Yo,
up.
you're the biggest ever.
Man, listen, I used
Don't
to be
forget the
bigger.
ever.
Thank you so much, man. Yo, man, send that big energy, everybody. Let's throw it out there, big step. Throw it
A
out.
couple of people.
Show it out.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Big Boy from Outkast, we had a project 96 we're working on. It's in the developmental stages. We got a few heavy hitters involved in that. We got a documentary paired with it titled We Ran the City. It's the real story of Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Stepper and I.
Hey,
Going to
we got
Ghana.
a big thing going on too. We're heading to Ghana. Come on down. We shooting. Slocum just talked to the ambassador over there. I'm with the Ashanti Kings over there. I'm connected heavy. So we're going to do some big things. We're moving everybody over there to shoot some crazy movies over there. And we're going to invite this nation, come down. I'm spending hotel accommodation and Black Sheep on the biggest stepper ever.
I love it.
Yo, we love it, man. Tap in to Prince of Detroit, man, and keep the love flowing, man. More side dish coming up in 2 minutes.
Hey, welcome back to Side Dish. Hey. Oh, man. If you are celebrating a birthday today, you are also celebrating with some pretty cool people. Starting out with J. Cole.
Cold world.
Come on now, Dreamville going down.
I can't believe he's 40. Time be flying.
Oh, 40?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just beginning to live.
Yeah, 40 feels young to me.
I know.
No role models. Okay, you're also celebrating a birthday with the boss, Rick Ross. He's 49.
Oh,
okay.
Also, you have Elijah Wood. He was not Harry Potter, correct?
He was not Harry Potter, but he did come from Middle Earth and destroy the One Ring on behalf of...
I feel like they've been to a lot of the same auditions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, he's 44 today. I know
Happy
you feel
birthday,
young.
Elijah Wood. And with Elijah, we have Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, Joey Fatone. Joey Fatone is one of the nicest guys in Hollywood. You know him from NSYNC. He's 48 years old.
Oh, so you got the queen of bounce, Big Freedia. She's 47 today.
Hey, and closing it up, we have singer extraordinaire Anthony Hamilton, who is 54 today. Mwah, 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 mwah. Happy birthday.
Who are you giving the cake to?
That's a tough one.
This is a good list.
It's a
very
stellar
good list.
and I'm a stay the course, and I'm gonna be very militant in my dealings, and I'm not giving out a sheet cake or multiple pieces of cake. Giving out one piece. J. Cole. J. Cole gets it.
There we go.
One of the few people who has ever been in a rap battle and apologized.
Oh, I like that was showing maturity. That was showing maturity.
Growth, because you didn't want Not Like Us to be about him.
Right.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, he says there's a better way to do this.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna go home. Who you giving it to?
Me?
Yeah.
I was, the first person that came. Well, I know Anthony Hamilton, so I just absolutely love him. I love his soulful singing, and it's gotten me through some relationships and breakups. So, and back in love again.
Okay.
So, I want to give a sheet cake to Anthony Hamilton.
Oh, very nice.
He's gonna eat that whole cake.
Hey, he's gonna share it. Yeah, I'm with it.
With the Hamiltons.
I'd have to give it real quick with the Hamilton. I have to give it real quick to Joey Fatone, man. I've had the pleasure of working with that guy a number of times, and he's just one of the nicest dudes in Hollywood. And
like
you know what?
that.
And guys, you know that sometimes that goes a long way.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of nice people in Hollywood. Some people are terrible, man. So who y'all giving it to in the chat? We seeing some names. They
Big Freedia was my second, though. That's why I was about to go with it, because I was like, she knows how to celebrate, so I was with that.
Rich Girl Brand had a mixed bag. Elijah Wood and Big Freedia.
Oh.
I couldn't even picture them at the same party, but why not? Right?
That's a birthday party right there.
I like it.
Co-sign on the chart, Aquarius Baby. G Megadoshi also give it to Big Freedia. So yeah, everybody's getting some cake.
And then Desi said, Rick Ross ain't getting shit from me.
Come on now. And we all know why.
Dang.
Had to go to that crypto ball,
Wow.
didn't you?
Had to
All right,
do
man.
it.
It is Tuesday, so that means it's also Tubi Tuesday. That's when we celebrate some of the fine cinematic things that you can see on the Tubi platform, right? This one is called The Car Lot. It's about the owner of a used car kit in the hood desperately racing to raise money to pay the city's most renowned and notorious gangster loan shark.
Ooh.
I've said enough. Look at the trailer.
We going viral with this one, Wayne.
I'm Wayne Youngblood. You need to know that people will travel from all over the world to get a call from Wayne Youngblood.
Wayne Youngblood. You need to hook a bitch up with a job.
Right. This is my home.
Took a loan
You gonna work for me forever.
from a known killer
I want my money back.
and used her house for collateral.
Who you owe? Hard bottoms. 20 grand large. And we gonna hide from this nigga by any means necessary, okay? I went and played a little poker last night. No! Damn! I told you niggas be slick over there.
That's just poker, Wayne.
If people are late on their car payments, we gotta repossess. I'm gonna help you sell some cars today.
Man, he sold me this bull.
No. Don't be ashamed. Man, don't nobody want them old ass fans.
Do not be in here disrespecting my women.
If you're tired of taking the ball, come fuck with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's all part of the show.
I will kick your ass by rolling.
I'll whoop your ass, too.
When the devil possesses a man's heart, this engine is blown.
Lucky she tied. You better be lucky I'm tied.
It can create unease in him, leading him towards the path down his own destruction.
You showed my main man the limit.
How am I gonna sell these up cars?
You my baby, and just against the world.
That boy got taste.
The Car Lot.
All right. Okay, car lot.
And it was like a wide assortment of people in it, as you saw.
That's when you say turn it on.
Yeah, and big shout out to my man Lem Collins, who I guess is the star of it. There was a music video I did called WGOC, and like he was also in that video. Like he was also like in that video, and then there was a video I did where he was also like my stand-in, because at that time like I was doing the no mustache thing, and then I realized later when I would do that I looked like Curious George. But yo, Lem is that dude, man, and I remember when he first started talking about getting into acting, so to see him be in a movie with Shaq and all these other people, man, proud of you, bro.
Yay, Lim. Shout out to Quincy Bonds. He's a comedian as well. DC Young Fly, of course, is in there, and
Cortez.
Shaq. Right.
Yeah, the whole gang is in there. Also today, there's a show you can see on Hulu. It's called Paradise. Sterling K. Brown is a Secret Service agent assigned to protecting a former president, James Martin, who is subsequently murdered.
Oh.
So on the strength of that, I'm kind of interested. And Sterling K. Brown is dope in everything he's in.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
You got some things on Tubi and some things on not Tubi.
Wait, hold on. If he's a Secret Service agent and the president still gets murdered, is he a very good Secret Service agent?
Well, he's an ex-president. So I think they have less detail than the active president. So like maybe he went to the bathroom or like washed his hands too long and got clapped.
Yeah.
But it could have been an inside
People
job.
saying it's an inside job. We
Producer
see
Kim.
now. Hopefully it wasn't Sterling K. Brown. We know that.
Yeah, definitely
Well,
not.
I'm here for it, period, because I love Sterling K. Brown. Brother Brown does a great job in anything that he's in. Yes.
Cool, man. So a lot of
That's
excellence
what we
to
do.
be seen.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we got to run back to break again. But when we come back, you know what time it is. Whose cousin is it? See you in a sec.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Side Dish. We've been laughing all day long at your comments. Someone earlier said that we were his blunt break show.
Oh,
okay, that was very nice. I really,
very
really
nice.
Appreciated that.
Because there's some shows you watch and it's like, yo, you killing my high, guys. Turn it off.
Yeah, said he was with us. But also, we're so lucky to have Vanessa with us, but you've got a show coming up in Marietta Square.
I do. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, February 7th, Friday, February 7th, come see me at The Strand. It's in Marietta Square. I'll be at the Strand Theater. Tickets are available now, so bring a friend, bring an enemy. You know what I mean? Like, bring family members, bring everybody to come and enjoy some really, really great comedy.
For somebody, let's say somebody's like right now and is like they like you on the show, but they haven't seen you live. What do you get into live that they can expect?
Oh, baby, my life experiences and how funny they are. And just, I think, as how I look at things, how I view things. I'm a very angry girl. And I've had to learn how to turn those moments into something funnier. So I have a lot of crash outs, if you will, and I enjoy talking about them. I also have adult children, so that's hilarious.
Yo, it's a show you don't want to miss. Be sure you pull up to the Strand February 7th.
February 7th.
VanessaFraction.com for tickets, right?
VanessaFraction.com for tickets. VanessaFraction.com for everything. And follow me at Vanessa Fraction.
Friday, February 7th, 8 p.m. Vanessa Fraction.
I love the voice.
It's about that time for
Whose Cousin Is It?
Okie dokie karaoke. Here we go. This is from foreplay to gunplay. Police say a 61-year-old man and his 33-year-old boyfriend had a meeting in his bedroom to have relations, meaning that they were sexually intimate. The younger man said the 61-year-old freak told him he liked it rough, so he smacked his butt hard enough to leave a handprint. Full stop. He said he liked it rough.
He did say it.
Okay. After the 61-year-old told the victim to stop and that he was hurt, his young boo apologized, put his underwear back on, and returned to the living room. When the horny older man entered the living room, he allegedly grabbed a revolver from the side table and pointed the gun at the victim, saying, "You want to try me? You want to F with me?" And as the young buck bounced from the crib, the older cat daddy busted his blicky into the front porch's pavement. During police questioning, the pistol-popping sugar poppy admitted to shooting, but he claimed he would never hurt anybody and he was only trying to scare away his young Thundercat, whom he accused of striking him with a gas can. The older, riled-up Rough Rider reeked of booze and had slurred speech, gave consent to search his own, where cops found approximately 9 firearms and ammunition. Boy, wow. I have no idea.
You know where I'm going with this.
But wait, really?
Yes. Yes.
Whose cousin?
You know who cousin it is. I never think it's your cousin.
Why do you think it's my cousin?
Because 61-year-old slurred speech man who took it too far with the young guy. Like, I'm so sorry, but your cousins are always over-exaggerating the situation. So I really think it was your cousin.
Even Amber Benuelos in the chat is like, Tanner, I think this one's ours.
Oh, and hit him so hard he left a handprint. Who is it the easiest to leave a handprint on?
Light-skinned black dudes probably too, right?
I'm just, if I had to choose.
Wow. Wait, is it harder to leave? Never mind. All right, I think we're about ready.
You could never leave a handprint on Wesley Snipes. You know? Anyway, you know the vibes. Move that van.
Move the van.
No,
I told ya.
Why's that gotta look like literally one of my cousins? Wow.
Well, damn.
Surprise, surprise. White guys, white guys.
From trying to bust one to busting a gun, man.
He looked like a fun time, but
you
now
trying to try me? Pop, pop.
That was too far.
Man, this has been a fire day.
Yeah.
Thank you for pulling up on us, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
We'll be back again on Thursday. Be sure you follow at Vanessa Fraction on all social media, and we'll do it again in a couple days, huh?
Yeah. All right, guys. Bye.
And they dropped the bricks on us fast.
Live from the Fox 2 studios, the Noon starts now.
Well, coming up on the Noon, Selena Gomez posting, then quickly deleting her emotional Instagram post over immigration enforcement sweeps. And now the border czar has a message for her.
She was sloppy crying too in that post. It was,
yeah, I love Selena, but dang, Selena.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Also, we all want to live longer and feel our best, but with so much health advice out there, it's hard to know what really works. Don't worry, we got you covered. There's an event that cuts through all the noise and gets you face-to-face with the experts. We'll have some in studio coming up.
And an update to a story we brought you right here on the Noon. This one involving a Detroit rapper who claims she was denied a ride from a Lyft driver. Where this case has ended up now.